Some pretty exotic fruits. Year round you can get really nice fruit. So I'm headed to lunch, and today I wanted to get some dumplings. They're handmade dumplings, really good. So headed to the restaurant. It's a big mall across the street here. McDonald's, Starbucks. The ones with the green sign usually means they're Muslim owned, so they don't serve pork. All right, so we are at the restaurant. Dongbei means northeast. 手工, which means handmade. 水饺 dumplings. So you see all these people making the dumplings by hand. It's really nice. Labor is cheap in China, so handmade stuff here doesn't cost an arm and a leg. Whereas back in LA, if I eat something like this, it'll be a major expense. All right, we're going in. Along with your dumplings, you can get all sorts of little side dishes for not very much money, $2 or $3. Uh， 我来个花生。再来个排骨。这个好快也拿着，再一我给你送过来。吃什么馅的？吃一个韭菜鲜肉。韭菜鲜肉，好呢。37块钱。欢迎使用微信支付。Alright, got my dumplings. So you get like 20 dumplings and freshly made, handmade dumplings. Big piece of stewed pork, really in soy sauce, it's really good. Some side dish of peanuts and celery and carrots. Some garnish for dipping the dumplings. So they give you this soup. Well, not, it's a liquid that the dumplings are cooked in. It's kind of unique. It's that Northerners are used to eating it that way. All right, really delicious lunch. All this for 37 RMB, so around $5. Bargain. All right, I'm going to enjoy. Walk around these streets, kind of eating streets. I guess there's like the Taipei night market, but these are sort of more organized. They're not like the haphazard type of stalls put together. They're sort of pre-built night market stalls. So all these shops, they just rent the space, and then but it still has the same vibe, kind of lively at night. So it's along this street. Looks like the Japanese octopus kind of balls. Starbucks here, of course. Obligatory everywhere. Here's the octopus balls. What are these called in Japanese? I forgot. I suppose it's still a little bit early for the dinner crowd. It's Thursday night at 6, so people are just getting off work. Gets more lively around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I think. Just Hot is it's like a chain store, has a lot of kind of good bakery products, I guess. You can get a good croissant in the morning. Xianbao. So this is kind of good. There's a lot of vegetables and spices, and she sort of pounds it into like a paste. Really refreshing. I think it's popular in the summer for Asian countries. Chicken feet is the main product. Here we go. Good stuff. These are like foot trotters, pig trotters, pig skin. 15 yuan for 1 pound, basically. That's a good price. These are like cold dessert. Bargain sushi. I hope it's refrigerated. It is.
这个寿司我也尝。
The Dorian drink. Coconut Dorian. And cake.
看一下鲜多鲜烤的烟口面包，可以加胡椒。
So it's like a bread that's filled with fruit filling. 都是甜的是吧？
它不是太甜，它是奶香味的，它是用牛奶、鸡蛋还有蜂蜜和的面，很香的。看一下。
Chicken feet's popular here, so in case you're interested. Probably won't see this in the US. 看一下。Like stalls like that, sometimes I don't know if it's worth it because you see a lot of them are fairly empty for most of the day. So you get like maybe a lunch hour rush, maybe a dinner time, I guess. But it's pretty competitive since everything is lined up next to each other. So some might be popular with others, whereas others are not getting any business. So, they're located in the center of town. CBD right next to Parkinson's here, which is like a big shopping mall, and I would think they pay the rent for one of these stalls is pretty hefty, so they have to make a pretty big return to make a profit. It sort of defeats the whole purpose of this original stall idea. The original food stall idea is just mom and pop pushing a cart. You forego all the expenses of a business. That's why like regular restaurants hate them, right? Because they don't need to pay rent, they don't need to pay staff, so that's a bunch of stalls get together. You have a little night market. Everything you make is profit. Whereas here, I think you're getting the whole idea. This sort of defeats the purpose. You're paying rent. You're paying staff, you're paying everything like a restaurant, but just on a smaller scale operation. But I think it's still fairly expensive. You still need to make really good money to sustain yourself, I think. So I'm sort of feeling ambivalent about this whole organized night market stall idea. Here's interesting architecture, interesting walking street. The other thing I talked about, like in China and in Kunming, all these restaurants are, you pay leases. It's a 1-year lease. So when you open a restaurant, you're taking on a big risk. You're refurbishing everything, buying all the equipment, and you're paying a year worth of a lease. But you're not certain whether or not it's a success. You could find out like within the first month that it's a total flop. But you're stuck for the next 11 months basically to make it work. So a lot of times you see these restaurants, they come and go. So you see these places where whatever was here last time, they rip everything out and then they redo the whole thing interior for the next entrepreneur who wants to come and try their luck. So nice barber shop. I think when the economy is good, restaurants are, they always do well and people just flock to them. But when people start to tighten their belts, then you might be stuck with something that is quite costly.